Ooh,
Oops.
okay, we're
Okay.
live.
Hello.
Yay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning again, in case you're
Yeah.
joining us again this morning. All right. My name is Angela, and I'm from Nepal. And I am a teacher at Meravili in the school, our school, my English school at Meravili. And I have with me my colleague, Jadene.
Jadene. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes. So I also teach at the Meravili School, although in this in this period I have not been there very much. And I'm originally from England. So if anyone does join us, or if anyone is there already, when you arrive, introduce yourselves, tell us your name,
Mhm.
tell us where you are and which school you go to.
Yeah. All right.
Um, so,
Hmm.
today's activity is looking at shopping. Do you like
Mhm.
shopping, Angela?
Oh, I love shopping. What
Ooh,
about
okay.
you? Do you like shopping?
It depends. Uh, if if it's shopping for food, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I have a lot of money, yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's
But
true.
otherwise,
Depends.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So, do you want to read this screen?
Yes. So in this focus activity, choosing what to buy, this, that, these, those in a shop. Okay, so that's nice. We can cover these
Okay, so
things in this activity.
exactly.
Right.
There is a lot, I think, in this activity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Quite a few.
here we have some questions. And again,
Mm-hmm.
if anyone joins us, these questions are for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, Angela and I will
Mm-hmm.
answer them. So, we already spoke a bit about the first one. Do
Yeah.
you like going shopping?
Mm-hmm. Yes. We both like going shopping depending on the situation of our pockets. Depending on the
Our
budget
personal economic situation.
situation, that's true. And how often do you go shopping? Again, that would again depend on those same factors we talked about, I think.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. But
So when we say,
at the moment,
oh no,
really, not at all, right? Except
of
grocery
course.
shopping. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Hmm.
Um. Oh no. Okay, it's okay.
Hmm.
When they say how often do you
Hmm.
go shopping, what do they mean, Angela?
Okay,
How
so how
often?
often? Maybe we're talking about the frequency. We're talking about if you go once a week or once a month or maybe even once a year. Okay, so or twice a year depends on it. It just means the
Oh, great.
frequency. Okay.
Okay.
What about
Cool.
your favorite shop? What's what is your
Oh,
favorite when you
so
when we actually do go out shopping? So.
yeah, so my favorite
Mhm.
thing is the thing I like the most. And um I don't know, maybe for clothes I like
Mhm.
shops like Mango and
Mhm.
Zara. I like this
Mhm.
kind of style.
Mhm.
Um but my favorite type of shop is probably, as we said, grocery shops. I like food. I like to
Yeah,
buy food.
oh, yeah.
So
I love food. I'm a foodie, so yeah.
oh really? So what's a foodie?
A foodie is a person who likes food, who likes eating food, and
Uh,
who enjoys, savoring the flavors of every type of food. Who is very interested in food. So that would be me.
ooh, I feel
Okay.
like in our school there are a lot of foodies. Um,
Absolutely.
so I hope that people bring this food into the school. because I am a
Actually,
fan
you'll be
of.
surprised. We do get a lot of food in school. Like teachers bring
Oh,
in
really?
food, students bring in food. So yeah, it's nice. We always have something or the other in the staff room. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm
There's always
excited.
food, or chocolates, or cookies, or things like that.
It's terrible though because as well, it's never. I feel like it's never food that's particularly healthy for you, but it's
No,
always
never.
delicious, like cookies and cakes and.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh
Oh
no.
Lord. Uh-huh.
At least now in the quarantine, if I don't buy chocolate, then I can't eat it. But I feel like in a month it will be a different story.
True. But
Okay,
anyway,
the last
favorite,
question.
yeah. Where is your favorite shop? Well, just like I like high street fashion too. So Mango, Zara, well, you can actually find it anywhere in the world. Yeah, so
Yeah,
these shops are just everywhere, every corner.
yeah, exactly. And you mentioned the high street. Now, I'm not
Hmm.
sure what this means everywhere, but definitely at home in the
Hmm.
UK, a high street
Hmm.
is a place with lots of shops where you can buy
Hmm.
fashion and
Yeah.
groceries.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep, absolutely. This is exactly what I mean. Yeah. All
okay,
right.
perfect. So now we
Hmm.
have a lot of clothes vocabulary.
Hmm.
So we have t-shirt, top,
Hmm.
and this is quite funny, I think, because I know a lot of
Hmm.
English language learners struggle with the difference
Hmm.
between a t-shirt and a top.
Hmm.
Um, trainers,
Hmm.
trousers,
Hmm.
jeans,
Hmm.
shoes, boots, shirts, and skirts.
Hmm.
So in pictures A to I,
Hmm.
Angela is going to help me match them up. But first,
Okay.
do you
Yeah.
own any of these clothes?
Yes, I do. I do. I love clothes too. So not only am I a foodie, I I really I love clothes, and so yeah, I'm very interested in fashion. Although right now, being a mom, I'm more interested in mom fashion and kids fashion. So
Oh,
yeah,
it's nice.
so,
You
and I
can do
like
little
comfortable
fashion
clothes.
shows. Okay, yes, comfortable clothes is definitely
Yeah,
important.
yeah. So the
Mm,
first one, A, would be trainers. Uh,
exactly.
yeah, or also known as sport shoes,
Mm. Or in
sneakers.
America,
Mhm.
exactly. I was going to say
Mhm.
in the US, I think they say sneakers,
Sneakers.
probably a little bit more.
I've also heard
Is-
kids, but I've spoken to some
Really?
other teachers who haven't heard that word. But some people call them kids too.
KEDS?
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I
KDS.
think maybe it's more of a slang word because
It's a
also in the
slang.
UK,
Hmm.
as a slang word, we have maybe kicks or kickers.
Kickers, yeah. Although Kickers is now a brand, right?
It's
So,
true. It's
mm.
true. So yeah, I think it came from yeah,
Yeah,
to kick. So
Kickers.
yeah, so A is trainers, and then in B we have
Just normal shoes, okay, as in Scarpe.
exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. So trainers are more of a casual shoe, or like you
Hmm.
said, Angela, a sports shoe.
Yeah.
Um,
And
you can
C.
also everything kind of comes under the brand of shoe.
Exactly. True. And
Okay.
C would be a top. Anything that
Yes.
yeah, that you wear on the top part of your
Mhm.
body, basically,
Yeah,
can be classified as a top if they're not
exactly.
specifically into one category. Like for example, a shirt is a one with the collars, right? Or
Yeah.
for a lady, it would be a blouse. And
Mm.
but other than that, it can be called a top. Like for example, these ones, if you have to be very specific, would be
Spaghetti
strings, right?
straps. Straps.
Spaghetti straps, strings, yeah.
um, Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Because the strap is this bit like this
yeah,
that goes
yeah,
across your shoulder, and they say spaghetti straps because they're very thin,
yeah,
like spaghetti.
yeah.
So yeah, I know a lot of Italian people I know. They always think a top is a crop top. So
Ah,
a
is
crop
it?
top, yes, a crop top is a very short top that shows your stomach.
Mhm. Ah, I didn't know that. Okay, good. Because I thought
Yes,
they
because it's cropped.
you so they that's why they think it's okay. Great, understood now. So D are boots. Okay, so anything that any of your shoes that go above your ankles basically are boots. Okay, and it in
Oh,
Italian would be stivali, stivali, stivalo.
okay.
Do you speak Italian by any chance, JD?
No, no, I know some Italian words. I
Uh-huh.
will try to improve, but yeah, I feel embarrassed when I try. So it's something that I have to overcome. I have to get better with.
So you've been in Italy
Do
for a
you?
very short while anyway, right?
Yes, only since October. How long have
Hmm.
you been here from?
I've been here
Or for?
for 5 years now, almost 5 years,
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
and I'm
nice.
very
And is your
embarrassed.
partner
Yeah.
is
Oh
your
yes,
partner Italian?
yes. My husband is Italian, and I'm very
Oh,
embarrassed to say that I still don't speak good Italian. I'm still at the basic level, because of
it's a very
work.
difficult language though, and
It's
it's true.
all
You speak English every day in
all
your job.
and I speak English at home. I speak English everywhere, so it's really difficult. But I really want to improve my Italian. It's very
Oh,
important for me at the moment, but let's see.
we
Okay,
can
so blue.
practice together, Angela.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, we'll do
perfect.
that.
Okay.
We have to do.
So in E,
E, trousers or pants. Okay,
yes. Again,
pantaloons.
pants is but pants is very American. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because in the UK, ooh, I haven't got my
Mm-hmm.
capitals on. In the UK, pants is underwear.
Oh, underwear,
Yeah,
underpants.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So very different meaning.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Great. F would be jeans.
Fantastic.
Mhm. G would be skirt. Okay.
Yes.
There's a big difference between dresses and skirts. Skirts from the waist down, dresses
Mm,
cover your entire, let's say, the torso and sometimes till
yeah.
your ankles, till your knees, shorter maybe. Okay. H would be t-shirt because it looks like a
Yes.
T.
Exactly.
And then you have shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. And just before we move on, well done,
Mm,
Angela. um, but I wanted to say
thank
some
you.
of these, some of these, for example, trainers, shoes, boots, trousers, jeans, we always say them in the
Mhm,
plural. Um,
mhm, mhm,
so obviously the shoes because we have 2 feet, unless you're talking about just one of your shoes. And the trousers and jeans because probably there are 2 legs of the trousers.
mhm.
And it's also the same with glasses that you put on your eyes.
Yeah. Mhm,
Oh.
mhm. Do
Um,
you call them glasses? Have you ever heard the word spectacles
yes, some people
for
spectacle
glasses?
is quite formal, but some
Yeah,
people will
you might
shorten
have.
it to specs. They'll say, "Do you have my specs?"
Yeah, specs. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's a nice word.
Mhm.
It's a very fun word.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so
what's your favorite piece of clothing? Uh-oh, I
Oh,
lost
am
you.
I here? No, no, I'm here. I'm here. Please, I'm here. No.
Hello?
Angela? Hello. Strange. Okay. So I'm not sure which of us has frozen. But in case it's not me, then I'm going to carry on and we'll see if Angela comes back or if I come back, but I think maybe Angela. So on this slide we have this and that. How many colors can you
Uh-oh.
think of? Oh, are you back, Angela? So there is brown, blue, yellow, red, green, orange, pink, black, and purple, and grey. And we also have, if you look really closely, the colour white. But of course, that's a little bit faded into the background because our background is white. Um, give me 1 second as I just message Angela. Okay, she is coming back to us. So, um, here we have some items that we had just looked at. So if we remember, this one is a skirt. And the question is, what color is this skirt? So if we look at the skirt, we can see there are two different colors. On the top, we have one color, and in the bottom, we have another color. Now, I would say this skirt is white at the bottom, and on the top, it's blue. But you can also get different shades of color. So a shade of color is how light or dark a color is. And we can see, we know there are many different types of blue, and this skirt is a really dark blue. Ooh, and then we have another skirt, and this skirt is just one color, and I think that it's maybe brown or grey, but again, it would be a dark shade of grey. You can also see the difference in the questions. So in the first question, we have what color is this skirt? And in the second question, we have what color is that skirt? So they are asking the same main thing, which is what color is the skirt? But you can see they've used different words. So this skirt and that skirt. The reason we say this is when we talk about something in the singular, so there is just one, and it's something very close to you. So this skirt is closer to me than that skirt. And the reason we say that is because something is again in the singular, but very far away from you. So we use this and that for talking about singular items, and this when something is close to you, And that's when something is far from you. If something is far from you, it is not near you, it is over in the distance. Okay, so now we have these and those. What color are they? So here we have trainers, and we usually call shoes and trainers a pair of. So I would say here we have a pair of trainers. And the question is, what color are these trainers? So we can see if we look at the picture, the trainers are in 3 different colors. So the main color, which is the color there is the most of, is white. But here at the front, we also have some black, and at the back, we also have some red. So these trainers are white, black, and red. What color are those trainers? So again, this pair of trainers has a few different colors. So here at the bottom, the trainers are white, and the main part of the trainer, so the color that there is the most of, is pink. But we can also see that there are lots of different shades of pink. And maybe also some purple. So if we look at the 2 different colors, we can see pink and purple are very similar. So again, in the question, we have the words these and those. So if we remember, this and that is to talk about singular items. So these and those are to talk about plural items. So I want you to listen really carefully to the way I pronounce the difference between this, so singular, this is a very short sound, and these, which is for plural, and it's a very long sound, because I hear this mistake quite often from some of my students. So for plural, we say these and think it's more than one, so we want a long sound. And for singular, we say this and it's very short. This and these. So these and those, as I mentioned, we use for plural. And similar to this and that, we use these for items that are very close to us, and those for items that are very far away. Or maybe not very far away, but further away. So more far away than these items. Do I have anything else to say? So maybe someone might have noticed I did almost say this pair of trainers. When we're talking about trainers, trainers is plural. However, if I say a pair of trainers, then I'm talking about one pair of things. So it's a bit confusing. Don't worry too much, but we can either say these trainers or this pair of trainers, because I can have one pair of trainers, 2 pairs of trainers, etc. So now we have a new topic, kind of, which says which shop. And we have 4 pictures of different types of shop, but they all look like they sell clothes or they sell fashion. So we can say that they are clothes shops or they are fashion shops. We don't really say fashion shops, but you can. And just another thing, a shop can also be called a store. So you may hear both. At some point, someone might go to the clothes shop or the clothes store. And in the question, we have the word which. And which is the question word we use to ask what one of many things. Okay, so which one? Out of these 4 shops, which one or which 2, etc. So, question number 1. What do you want to buy? When you go into a shop, usually it's good to have an idea of what you want to buy or purchase. If you don't, you might end up spending a lot of money. Um, unless you are just going window shopping, which is when you don't plan to spend any money, you just want to look at the clothes or look at the items because you like looking at them, but maybe you don't have enough money or it's not a very wise choice to make to buy this item at the moment. Um, so if you go to the shop and someone, usually the shop assistant, asks you what you want, or maybe you are shopping with a friend or family member and they ask you what you want, you can reply with, I want to buy a or an, and then the noun if it's just one thing that you want to buy. If you want to buy many things or plural items, we can just say, I want to buy, and then the plural. So I can say, I want to buy a top, or I can say, I want to buy tops. So many tops. Um, and also note the difference between a and an. So we use the word an, the article an, if we talk about one thing, and the noun that follows begins with a vowel. So if it begins with an A, an E, an I, an O, or a U. And we use the article a if we're talking about one thing, and the noun that follows starts with any other letter that is not a vowel. Okay? If the shop assistant asks you what you want to buy, in English it can be a bit rude, so not very nice, not very friendly, to say I want to buy. So a nicer way to say this is I would like to buy, and then you can say a, an, or just the plural noun. And I put that in the comments for everyone. So for me, looking at these pictures and knowing that the weather outside is changing every day and is becoming more and more sunny, more and more hot, I say I want to buy a dress. Okay, so this is a question again that you can ask to a shop assistant, or you can ask to a friend or family member if they want to take you to a place. But notice that we use the word this. So what does this shop sell? This can be if I enter the shop and the shop assistant asks me, "Hi, how can I help you? What do you want to buy?" But I'm not really sure what the shop sells. So I can say, "What does this shop sell?" And they will tell me, "This shop sells fashion. This shop sells cooking equipment. This shop sells shoes upstairs," which is on a different floor above us. Maybe I don't need to buy fashion or shoes or cooking equipment, but I can see that there is another shop next door or opposite. So I can say, no, thank you. What does that shop sell? So the shop further away. This shop is the shop I am in, and that shop is the shop further away. And again, someone will reply to me, that shop sells computer games, or that shop sells children's toys. So, which shop do you want to go to between this one and that one? I think for me, probably I want to go to this shop. And look at these amazing boots in the picture. So if we remember what Angie said, boots are any shoe that comes above the ankle. Okay, so the ankle is where your foot and your leg meet. So this point. And these boots are especially special because these can be called cowboy boots or western boots. And they are the type of shoes that old cowboys wear in old cowboy films where you have someone on a horse and you have bars called saloons where everybody just sits and drinks whiskey, and there is always a big fight or a big argument. So yeah, personally, I think those kind of films are a bit boring, but the fashion, I love it. So here we have some questions, and we also have a dialogue, which is a conversation between two people. And the people in this conversation are the shop assistant, so the person who works in the shop in blue, and a customer, so someone who wants to buy a product like a client, and that is in red. So this shop, what do you want to buy? Do you prefer these or those? So welcome to the shoe shop. Can I help you? Yes, I'd like to buy a pair of boots. And remember what I told you guys earlier, I'd like to buy is a much nicer way to say I want, because I want can be a bit rude. So I'd like to buy a pair of boots. Do you prefer these brown boots, so closer to us, or those black boots further away? And the word prefer means to like more or to like better. So, do you prefer or do you like more? Which do you like more? These brown boots or those black boots? I prefer these brown boots. So, I like them more. Anything else? I'd like these red trainers too, please. Okay, here they are. Thank you. And in my mind, sorry, I'm laughing But I'm just wondering who in the world likes red trainers, but maybe somebody. Okay. So here we have again almost the same dialogue, but there are some words missing. So for anyone who watches this later, feel free to stop or pause the video and look at or think about ways you can fill these gaps. So you can try to remember how they were filled in the last slide, or you can fill the gaps with your own nouns. For example, we'll do my favorite type of shopping, which is for food. So, welcome to the grocery shop. Can I help you? Yes, I would like to buy some bananas. Okay. Do you prefer, so remember, do you like more? Do you prefer these green bananas or those brown bananas? And me, I prefer green bananas. Anything else? Yes? I would like oranges too, please. Okay, here they are. Thank you. And I just want everyone to notice as well the difference between to, T-O, so welcome to, and I'd like something too, please, with two O's. So T-O and T-O-O. Lots of native speakers get this wrong as well, so don't worry. But if we say to with T-O, no, actually, if we say to T-O-O, this is the same as saying also or as well. So I would like some oranges as well. I would like oranges also. I would like oranges too. If we see to TWO, this is the number 2. And if we see to TO, this is for everything else. So to TO can be used to show direction of something, or it can be used obviously as a preposition. Sometimes we use it before verbs if a verb follows another verb, like I'd like to buy. We use the preposition to. We don't just say I'd like buy. So to separate two verbs, or we can use it to indicate the title of a place or ownership. So welcome to the grocery shop. This is where you have arrived. Not ownership. Take that one back. Okay, so for the last few minutes of the lesson, here we have some examples of other shops we can go to. So there is a flower market where they sell flowers and plants. My favorite plant is cactus, so the one that's really prickly with lots of thorns. What about you? Then we have a farmer's market, and a farmer is someone who works in the land, in the field, and maybe they grow their own vegetables and fruits, or they raise their own animals, depending on whether it's a dairy farm, so it produces milk and cheese, if it's a meat farm, so it produces meat for eating, or if it's a fruit or vegetable farm. So a farmer's market is not a grocery store, but it's a place sometimes inside, but usually outside. Oh, that's nice to know. That's nice to know. Sometimes inside, but usually outside, where farmers will go with their products, or we can say produce, and sell. So in Milan, there are lots of farmers markets. I see. Obviously not right now in the quarantine, but usually. So I'm assuming that throughout all of Italy, you also get these farmers markets. Then there is a new car shop. So a car is something that you use to drive to get from one place to another. A new car means you are the first person that owns it. If somebody has owned the car before you, we can say it's a used car. So it's a used car shop, and these cars are generally cheaper. And yes, exactly. So in the farmers markets, we can get lots of homemade products. So these are not processed or made in a factory. For example, jam. And finally, we have a hotel, and a hotel is a place that you stay in with at least a bed, but possibly some other facilities as well, like a swimming pool or a restaurant. And usually we stay in these on holiday. So I miss the outdoors, so I am going to go to the flower market. And here we have some more questions and some more vocabulary. So if anyone listened earlier and I said my favorite type of plant is a cactus, one of these pictures has a cactus in it. So try to guess before I tell you which one. Flower market. Question number 1. What can you buy at a flower market? And again, we can buy flowers, which are beautiful and colorful, or we can buy plants, which are generally more green. And sometimes there are flowers on plants, but other times it's just leaves, which are the green parts. Well done, well done. Exactly. So, question number 2. Why do you buy flowers? And this is quite an interesting question because I don't think there's any one reason why we buy flowers. Of course, we buy food because we need to eat food. And we buy clothes because we need to wear clothes if we go outside. But we buy flowers for lots of different reasons. Some people don't buy any flowers, and some people buy a lot of flowers. So we can buy flowers because we like the way they look visually, they make us feel better, or we can buy flowers or plants exactly because we want to make our homes or balconies or the places we live look prettier, so look nicer or more beautiful. And also we can buy them for an occasion or an event. For example, if someone is getting married or if someone is unwell and is at the hospital to make them feel better. So there are lots of different reasons. And here we have some vocabulary for flowers and plants, and this vocabulary matches these pictures A to F. And notice, guys, that I said this vocabulary, so a singular thing, but because it's close to me, and these pictures, because I'm talking about many pictures that are also close to me. So the first one we have is sunflower, then we have rose, plant, which is general, tree, cactus, and an orchid. And listen to the way I pronounce this. So orchid. So the CH sound here is similar to the K sound in English. And also, I think the CH sound in Italian. So this may be one of our only, I think one of our only examples of when a ch makes a k sound that I can think of. So the first, so for picture A, we have a rose. It's very traditional. This is a pink rose, if we remember the colors, but you can also get red roses, which tend to be more romantic. So, for example, on Valentine's Day. Then in B, we have a tree, which people don't usually own trees because they can be very big. Usually we see trees outside, like in the park or on the streets. But if you have a very big garden, then maybe you have your own tree. And then exactly as they said in the comments, so picture C is a cactus. And the words used here are pointy and prickly. And if something is prickly, it means if you touch it, it hurts in short form. Because there are lots of small, spiky, sharp things that point out. Hello.
Hi, I finally got in. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know
No
what happened. I kept
problem.
getting kicked out,
Oh,
strange.
don't
And they said
worry.
that there's a overload. Okay. All
It's
right,
okay. It's
great.
happened to me as well. So we're just in the flower market.
Okay,
And I was
great.
just describing the word
Uh-huh.
prickly, but probably I was
Okay.
making it more confusing. So how would you
Okay.
describe the word prickly?
What I see is that you've written, if you touch it, it hurts. Yes, it's exactly like that. But I would say that it's like touching needles. Okay. So it's a very specific point that would hurt, I think.
Yeah,
What do you,
because
yeah?
no, I
Mhm.
agree because we also
Uh-huh.
have the verb. So prickly
Mhm.
is an adjective, but
Yeah.
we also have the verb to prick. And you can
Mm-hmm.
prick your finger, which is when you touch something small and sharp, and
Uh-huh.
usually it causes pain, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can bleed as well.
Oh yes, yes, exactly. The sensation of a needle would be to, you know, to be
Yeah,
pricked, for example. Yeah.
no,
Okay.
I
So
agree. I
very, very
agree.
specific point. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So you've
Okay.
done prickly.
Um. So we have pictures D, E, and F, and maybe you can help me then, Angela. So
Okay.
we
So
have left
yeah.
sunflower, plant, and orchid.
Okay. So D would be a sunflower. Okay. The name comes
Exactly.
from looking at the flower. It looks like the sun, doesn't it? And it also
Yes,
follows the sun, doesn't it?
it
The
does. Yes,
direction
they
of the
say
sun. Yeah.
yes. The face or the main part of the flower always looks at the sun.
Yeah. All right. So E would be an orchid. Okay.
Yes.
That's a specific flower, which are also one of my favorites. They are
Me too. Me too.
yeah, and they're supposed to be. They're actually categorized under fungus. Did you know that? A friend of mine told me this. I
Really?
haven't I haven't googled it, so I don't know if it's if it's
No, I
true.
didn't know
All right, and of course the last one is a plant. Like it's
that.
exactly like the
Exactly.
one behind me, isn't it? Oop.
Oh yeah.
And I have my orchids down here. You can see it.
Oh, lovely. Really
Yeah. Nice.
nice.
Okay.
Okay. So, I think then you've arrived in time for the summary anyway. So I'll
Yeah.
quickly go back and
Uh-huh.
summarize some things. And if you have any points, Angela, feel free
Mm-hmm.
to comment.
Yes,
So
please.
we looked at, go all the way to the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Um, First, we looked at some vocabulary for
Mm-hmm.
clothes. And
Yep.
don't forget, some items like trainers and trousers, we always
Mm-hmm.
speak about in a plural.
Yeah.
And also, as Angela mentioned, a top is
Mm-hmm.
any item that goes on top that doesn't fall into a specific category like t-shirts or shirts.
Yep.
Then we looked at some different colors,
Mm-hmm.
and we also spoke about the difference between this being something close to us,
Mm-hmm.
singular,
Mm-hmm.
and that being something far away and also singular,
Yep.
and the difference between these being something plural and close to us, these,
Mm-hmm.
and those being something plural and far away.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And finally, we looked at some vocabulary and some dialogue that we can use when we go into shops. We
Mm-hmm.
spoke about the meaning of the word prefer, it means to like more, and then we
Mm-hmm.
did some flower vocabulary. So it was nice. Okay.
All right. Okay, so very nice. Did we go through some of the types of flowers like the rose, sunflower, orchid,
Yeah,
cactus? Okay, great. So new vocabulary, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. And
yeah, it would
that's
be
all from
nice.
us. Sorry, Jade.
No problem, Angela.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.